Hi folks, RSBN founder and CEO Joe Steele here. Did you know there is nearly $1 trillion of infrastructure and pandemic funds yet to be spent? That's right, there's a massive amount of money that the lame duck administration is pushing hard to spend in their last few months. If the president is able to push these funds out, we could see another prolonged inflation surge, just like during COVID. And I'm sure you remember the terrible effects that high prices had on most Americans. But there's hope. A surge in prices can be beaten. A gold IRA from Birch Gold Group is the ultimate inflation hedge for your savings in uncertain times. To see how to protect your IRA or 401k, get your free info kit on gold by texting the word Trump to 989898. Birch Gold makes it seamless to roll over your retirement account while preserving your tax advantage status. Don't wait for the president's spending spree to tank the dollar further. Protect your financial future now. Text Trump to the number 989898 for your free info kit from Birch Gold.
Thanks so much for joining us for this RSBN Economic Report. I'm Matthew Alvarez. As you know, the economy is in shambles. Prices of everything have skyrocketed. Take a look at this. Overall prices up 20.3%. Gas prices 46.1%. Everything from electricity, airfare, hotels, groceries, baby food, rent, transportation, and car insurance all have had a huge increase. So whether economic times are good or bad, having a backup plan is key. And Phillip Patrick joins us right now with Birch Gold Group. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely. So we know with the debate this week, we heard somewhat of some sort of a Harris plan. It just sounds like Bidenomics 2.0. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's a very good way to say it. So in a word, yes. I mean, if we break down the plans, it's almost exactly that. I mean, Biden wanted $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-generation, first-time home buyers. Harris wants the same just for first-time buyers, whether their parents owned a home or not, where Biden had proposed expanding the child tax credit to $3,600 per child per year. Harris wants to raise it to $6,000 for newborns, right? Biden sought to promote affordable housing with a $20 billion fund. Harris, $40 billion fund. So, in fact, it's almost exactly Bidenomics 2.0. The Harris plan boils down to one basic point: spend $2 where Biden spent $1, as if the failure of Bidenomics was that they didn't spend enough money in the first place. The national debt grew $7 trillion under Biden. The Harris plan would send the nation into bankruptcy even faster.
Exactly. And right now we see, based on some of the polling, that President Trump is in the lead. So say we have President Trump in office, how does that really affect or impact people when it comes to gold, silver, precious metals? What really would happen then?
Look, he's got big challenges in front of him. So if I'm Trump, I'm coming in with priorities. So the first challenge that he's going to have is going to be to rejuvenate the economy. And the second is going to be making those tough choices in terms of where to cut spending. Like I said, the nation is $7 trillion deeper in the hole than when Trump was, when he left office. So in order to stabilize debt, the government have got to generate revenue. And I think there's a few different ways to do this. One is to balance the budget by raising taxes and cutting spending. The second would be to invest in the economy, increase productivity over the longer term. And the third would be to print money and inflate the debt away, which is obviously the Harris-Walz plan. But Trump would need to balance this sort of immediate spending cuts with long-term investments in research and development, industrial policy, and so on, to drag the nation and our currency back from the brinks of collapse. So we need Trump. I think no matter who wins, we have a tough storm to weather. And, that's why we're seeing all-time high demand for precious metals.
Exactly. So to your point, so how do physical precious metals hedge against that risk then?
I mean, listen, look at the problems, right? We have inflation burning at 30-year highs. It's rising as of the last report. We have a world running away from the US dollar. We have recession on the horizon. These problems as tough as they are individually, they're very conducive for growth in safe haven assets like gold and silver. They drive them up, which is why we're seeing all-time high demand for gold, and we're seeing gold and silver prices moving aggressively in this climate.
So why would someone take the actual gold IRA route? A lot of people think about gold and silver coins and that kind of thing, and just have them delivered to their home. Why would they take the gold IRA route?
Well, the answer is you can do both, right? We have a lot of customers that have cash in a bank account. It's losing to inflation and they're getting possession of physical precious metals that they want to hold on to. But we have a lot of other people who most of their savings have been done through a retirement account. This is where they have the bulk of their retirement that they're going to be reliant on for the future. Well, for those people, they have the opportunity to roll over any portion of any retirement account. There are no tax implications or penalties, and we can place physical precious metals tax deferred in a retirement account. So it really is about the individual, where their concerns lie. If they're outside of an IRA or inside, that will dictate how they buy.
So some of the steps to actually get a precious metals IRA, how would someone do that? Is it simply text Trump to 989898 then?
That's how it starts. And what that will do by texting Trump to 989898, that's going to get your viewers access to a free information guide, not only on why to invest in precious metals, but how to do it, whether it's inside or outside of a retirement account. And if from there they want to learn more, they can have access to myself or a lot of people like me at Birch, precious metals specialists that are there to guide them through, answer any questions, and show them how it's relevant to the individual.
So if you walk me through the process kind of step by step, what are people purchasing? A little bit of gold and silver? Which one's better? Which one should I get? Which should you get?
So it's a great question. So we deal with gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. I'd say in this climate, being a tougher climate, gold and silver are the main focus for most investors. The answer may be in a combination, because gold and silver are different. Gold is the more defensive of the two. It's your wealth preserver and it's your currency hedge, right? So for somebody who's looking to protect what they have, gold is maybe the best way to do that in this climate. Silver, very undervalued today. Industrial demand is growing. So silver is that longer term growth play. So both interesting, but different.
All right. Phillip Patrick with the Birch Gold Group. Sir, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. And thank you so much for joining us for this RSBN Economic Report. I'm Matthew Alvarez.
Hi folks, RSBN founder and CEO Joe Steele here. Did you know there is nearly $1 trillion of infrastructure and pandemic funds yet to be spent? That's right, there's a massive amount of money that the lame duck administration is pushing hard to spend in their last few months. If the president is able to push these funds out, we could see another prolonged inflation surge, just like during COVID. And I'm sure you remember the terrible effects that high prices had on most Americans. But there's hope. A surge in prices can be beaten. A gold IRA from Birch Gold Group is the ultimate inflation hedge for your savings in uncertain times. To see how to protect your IRA or 401k, get your free info kit on gold by texting the word Trump to 989898. Birch Gold makes it seamless to roll over your retirement account while preserving your tax advantage status. Don't wait for the president's spending spree to tank the dollar further. Protect your financial future now. Text Trump to the number 989898 for your free info kit from Birch Gold.